been a while that we haven't made one of those videos where I talk about where my Amazon business is heading, what I'm currently working on, what I'm really trying to do, and what I'm trying to the way I'm trying to push my Amazon business towards to, right? And so this is what we're going to do in today's video. Just a quick recap. The last video that I made on the subject, it was a couple of months ago, and I was actually telling you guys that I was done running my Amazon online arbitrage business the way it was running. And it's a transition. It's pretty much a transition that took, I want to say, my business has been in transition for like close to 1 year, more than 1 year actually, because before I actually started traveling outside of the US, last year in June, which is a little bit over 1 year ago, I would say I actually started the transition in March, which I did not know yet that it was going to be that big of a transition, but in March last year, I actually started working with a prep center. I stopped prepping myself and I actually started outsourcing all my prep to my prep center because I knew that I was going to travel outside of the US. I'm not in the US right now, but I was back. So I was pretty much, to give you a quick recap, I was out of the US for 9 months, got back to the US in March for like 3 months, 4 months, and left again in June. But I'm going to go back soon. I'm going to go back to the US in like August, right? So this is everything that happened. So I'm going to give you a timeline of all the things. I'm going to tell you how my business is doing, where it's headed to. And as I said, the last update that we did was me telling you that I was on a mission to outsource everything, to really outsource everything because did not want to do, I wanted to outsource as much as I can so I can focus on other business models. The way I see this business for me is not, it's not a business on which I want to spend, you know, 40, 60, 80 hours a week. I want to take the profit of my Amazon business and reinvest it in other ventures, stuff that I think can bring me further, and like faster, right? And this is what I've been doing, investing in a lot of stuff that I've been talking about in this video because it's stuff directly related to Amazon, such as products that I created on Amazon, such as the target list, such as um, arbitrage stalker, and all of the stuff that I'm still working on, because yes, there's a lot of stuff that is coming, but is this and also stuff outside of Amazon that I haven't really talked about on this channel, one of which is the eBay business, which is something that I'm trying. It's a little bit related, but it's for a different reason, okay? I'll explain to you, I'll explain all this to you guys in a few. But yeah, we are going to do a quick timeline and I'm going to tell you where we are going, because as I said, I was on a mission to outsource everything, and I'm glad to say it's almost done. I'm getting there, and I'm going to tell you what is actually missing, what I'm still working on, and the things I've seen, the trends that I've seen in my online arbitrage business. But before we do, if you do not know me, my name is Mangunza. I release daily videos about selling on Amazon right here on YouTube. So if you are new, like this video and subscribe so we get recommended more videos, all right? So, as I said, so let's bring it back a little. And this is actually cool. When I do this, it follows me. I love this camera. I really love this camera. Whatever. So let's bring it back a few months earlier, like a little bit over 1 year earlier. So last year in March, I actually hired a prep center, all right, because I knew that I was going to need to travel soon because of my immigration status in the US. I had to come back to my country to apply for a new visa and then go back to the US, which is done, right? But I knew that it was going to take a little bit of time, and so I will not be able to prep everything myself, all right? So I will need to figure out everything with the prep center, and it changes a lot. It changes your business a lot. Working with the prep center changes your business a ton if you were prepping yourself. So in March 2023, I hired a prep center to take care of my prep, so I knew that I was going to be able to work on my business, to make my business grow from anywhere in the world, right? And this is what I did. And things did not go, things were doing okay at the beginning, but things started to go left really fast with my prep center. And there's a few videos on that subject. Sorry, there's a few videos on that subject right here on my YouTube channel. Just type Mangunza Prep Center in the search bar and you're going to find those videos. So this is what was going on, okay? Then, you know, my prep center, everything was going right at the beginning, and then during the summer, stuff started, actually before the summer, actually, while I was still in Miami, stuff started looking weird on some stuff. And so, to make it short, with the prep center, I lost a lot of time, lost a lot of money, and it slowed down my growth a lot. But I was able to find a new prep center. I made the switch last year, and I'm still with the same prep center, all right? By the way, there are still spots available, so if you want to sign up with my prep center, just come on the Discord server, open a ticket, and let me know, and I'll hook you up. But you need, just know, you need to do more than 300 units a month. If you want a spot, you need to do more than 300 units a month, all right? If you come through me, you'll get 5% off of your first bill, all right? So, switch my prep center. Everything was doing good. I was sitting on a few loan offers from Amazon, directly from Amazon, that I did not take because this is actually what I was thinking. I wanted to, so I was sitting on those. I was sitting on those loan offers. I was waiting because I said I'm going to use those to scale. Let me figure out the whole situation with the prep center. Let me figure out once this is done. Let me figure out a little bit with the VAs and all that stuff, and then we're going to move. On that. But during that time, I was mainly selling the same products. I was working on replans. I was working with replans that I was selling over and over again, and those started to dry out a little bit as time goes. Okay, but then what happened is that I found myself in a situation where my replans started drying up, and what happened is that I forgot what month it was, but like I think at the end of summer, like September, October, maybe. Um, so good thing was I actually had a 0% APR credit card that I used to actually boost my business, but with the leads that I had as replans and all that stuff. But what happened is that the loan that I was counting on, actually, like, I let them expire, and I was hoping for a new offer because I wanted a little bit more money. As my sales were growing, I said, you know what, I'm going to get more money. I had a loan offer, I think it was close to 50,000 with Amazon, and I did not take it because I was hoping for more money. What ended up happening is that Amazon stopped offering loan altogether because Amazon stopped their loan program because apparently they were losing money, whatever, but Amazon was not offering loans. It was just third party, and I did not want to take the third party loan at the time. I just trusted Amazon for reasons that I've talked about in previous videos. If you know, you know, okay? And if I talk to you in private, you know why I did not take these loans. So this is what happened. And so I was in a situation where I felt fucked because I said, you know what, that's great. I was hoping to scale my business further with these loans. It did not happen. That's fine. So what I did is I was sitting on a lot of cash at this time because I was, you know, and my business was still running, maintaining. I was sitting on a lot of cash for a couple of months, and I took advantage of traveling, all that stuff. I was not working that much. This was working by itself, like until the end of the winter, let's say. Okay, I was not working a ton, but I was still sourcing stuff, and not as much. It was pretty much the same thing. Working on replans, working on products that I know, not really sourcing, and I was able to maintain my business to a decent level, and still sitting on cash to scale, okay, to whenever I'll be ready to scale. So what I did is I started outsourcing stuff. Like around the end of the winter, I started outsourcing a lot of stuff, starting with my target list that I made available for you guys, and then sourcing. And so I'm glad to say that regarding sourcing, I feel like I'm finally in a place where, you know, my VAs know exactly, I have the documentation, and my VAs know exactly what to do to find profitable inventory. And so every single thing is ordered. Every single thing is structured. So there need to be minimum input from myself in terms of sourcing. And so the great thing that has been going on ever since that is that we are going. So I used to go super deep when I was prepping myself, and when I moved with the prep center, I started going deep in inventory. And then I went back wide again. The only issue that I've noticed is that with going wide, I thought that it was not going to take that much time for me to actually place orders. But on some days when we are trying new websites and we need to deal with order cancellation and figure out how to place orders on those websites, this is something that, by the way, this is something that is not going to last, because as we figure out all those websites will be good, and we know which website to skip, which website, and how to work with certain websites. This is mainly the thing that I'm currently working on myself. Right now, literally, I need to deal with an order cancellation that I had to date for orders that I placed this morning. But yeah, so this is the main thing that I'm working on right now, and so this is something that I did not expect, but that I need to work with, right? So this is one of the downside of running your business this way, but at the end of the day, going wider and focusing on clearance on products that do not have a lot of stock allows you to have a higher return on investment and with less risk because you're buying all the inventory, you know. So that's one good thing. The bad thing is that sometimes as you figure out a new website, and this is why, you know, this is really important that I put this time in right now, because as you figure out more websites, you know which website to source, which website to not source, and how to source specific websites, you get to learn that. It's just annoying when you buy gift cards and that the websites that you order with gift cards on actually cancel your orders. It's actually super annoying, but like you need to deal with that, right? But yeah, so I'm finally in a place where I feel like I'm good with my VAs. My VAs are finally at the place, and it took a little bit of time for them, for me to train them on everything. Not only to train them, but for them to be good at it. Because it's one thing to train people, but they need exercise. They need to exercise the things that you train them at, right? And so I'm finally at the place where my VAs are actually decent at sourcing. Okay, they're actually decent at sourcing, and they give me leads every single day. And so the main thing that I still need to work on is really, you know, train them to analyze which opportunity actually is a great opportunity and which opportunity we should go all in, you know. And so what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, for example, let's say that there's a great sale on, I don't know, let me make something up, on on footlocker.com, for example, okay? What I need them to do is be able to recognize that it's a great opportunity and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to look at. Let's focus all our energy on this. Okay, we are four. Let's all focus on this shit. Let's focus on this website, and just know that on this website we need to go for these brands. We need to go for Nike, for Adidas, for Puma. And regarding Nike shoes, Adidas, and Puma shoes, here's the shoes that we need to look at. We don't care about the rest, and here's the price that we need to get them under. All right, and then go all in on that and see how much money we can spend on that. This is what I need them. This is what I need to, and I guess it's really the last part of actually outsourcing a lot of my business. This is where I want my team to get at, all right? This is really where I want my team to get at. I don't know how long it's going to take, but once this is done, I'm confident that my business is at a right place. Then, as I said, my goal now is to go wider, because wider, better return on investment, less risk that it takes, especially if you buy stuff that is on clearance, right? So that's my goal. No, regarding scaling further, my main goal is, because as I told you, my main goal is to take the profit from this business and reinvest it in other ventures, okay? In different other ventures that, you know, because I do not plan, my plan is not to live off the Amazon money, right? And so my goal is really to take that profit and reinvest it in other ventures. So my goal is not to bring more cash in the Amazon business myself, from myself, right? So, and really reinvest all the profits in different stuff. So I've been building my relationship with my bank, with Chase, for a little while now, and my goal is really to start working with line of credits directly from the bank to scale the business and be able to take the profit from the business and invest it in other ventures. So that's really the goal now. That's really the goal. Now, this is something that I need to work on once my VA team is done. Like once my VA team, I'm done training my VA team, I have all the documentation, and I know that I can bring anybody from being a complete noob with sourcing to a valuable member of my team. And this is something that I would say we are 75-80% down with. This is really, yeah, 75 to 80% down with, I would say, around that. Like we have the documentation, we have the team that, I guess, yes, I think 70, yeah, 85, maybe 85 is a little bit too much, but I would say maybe 70% down, 70%. I'm 70% confident that I can bring somebody with the documentation that we have. Like whatever is left is what I talked to you about, but all the sourcing methods, all the basic sourcing methods, it's done. It's done. So, you know, the only thing that is really missing is this, is to be able to have a team lead that is going to do this. And my camera almost fell. But yeah, to have a team lead that is able to say, hey, okay, we are going to go for this opportunity because this is the best opportunity that we have today. We're going to go all in, and we need to go through this fast. Because especially if you go for products the type of products that I'm going for, I'm so mad because you know, sometimes there are some, I know the storefronts of a lot of people, and what happens a lot is that, like I see those opportunities and I see those shoes and I see, oh shit, that size was super profitable. And the reason why the main issue that I have right now is the small delay that I have when sourcing, where my team is finding those leads and we are not really focused on the same stuff, and I have a lot of other leads to look at. But it's really going to be prioritizing certain websites, certain source. Whenever, like, certain deals, when there's a good deal, we say, okay, we prioritize this deal, then this one, and then we'll figure out what we do next. But we need to focus on the best stuff first, right? And so what makes me really mad is whenever I find, whenever because other people's storefront, right? And so you find a size for a pair of shoe and you say, oh, that shoe, that size is really great, and you notice that it's out of stock. And then a couple of weeks later, you go back on that listing and you see somebody, like a storefront that that actually grabbed it. And so this is something that makes me mad as fuck. So this is something that, I need to work on, the speed to actually look at those deals that are great. And really, instead of sourcing all over the place, prioritizing on stuff that is important first and then look at other stuff. So this is really what I'm working on right now. So hopefully this video was helpful. You learned one thing or two. This is where I'm at with my Amazon business right now. This is going to be in the playlist. And we'll get back to the videos, the road to 100,000 a month soon. Because yeah, and I told you guys, like I said, you know what, I'm stopping that. If my business needs to go down to zero, that's fine, but I need to outsource. I'm not going to run my business this way. I need to outsource everything. And actually, I'm glad that my business did not go to zero and actually did not go down too much before starting. My business is still growing. So that's one good thing. But yeah, so hopefully this video was helpful. Leave a like, do all that YouTube stuff. I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching. And by the way, let me know if you like the videos when they are shoot with this camera, if you prefer the videos, because I feel like this brings another vibe when I do not necessarily need my computer. Let me know what you think. I'll see you tomorrow.